Hi guys. Okay, if you're wondering where I am in my van in the Planet Fitness parking lot. So I've been spending the evening scouting things out for internet and good places to park, different things like that. Right now, what I want to do is do an unboxing. I've been trying to do this for weeks. Okay guys, here it is. Stanley, like I said, I'm not sure what you call it. I'm calling it a charging station. So I'm going to try doing this opening with one hand, see what happens. Let me open those. I have had things that I've been trying to get unboxed for weeks. And there's just been other things going on and it just hasn't happened. This I've had since before I got the van. Oh, Jump It 1000. It's called a Jump It 1000. Jump starter with compressor. Okay, 1000 peak battery amps, 500 instant amps, 120 psi air compressor, 12 volt DC and USB outlets, rotating LED area light, connection alarm, and rechargeable batteries. So that's looking good. I'm going to pause this a second and pull it out of the box. Okay, it's out of the box. See if I can get this with one hand. This is very heavy. Wow, it's extremely heavy. Ooh. Well, that's not happening. Let me set it down for a second. Oh wait, maybe I'll just dump it. See if I can kind of pour it out. Whew. Okay. And look at this, guys. Let's see what we have here. Okay. Well, I'm not sure. That's not what I thought it was, so. I'm going to have to read everything and make sure I understand exactly what it is and what it's used for. They had smaller versions of this, and I thought, why? Why do that? Why not go with the one that would produce the most power? Okay. No, it is portable, and once it's out of all that, all those boxes and everything, I mean, I can lift it, but it is heavy. It's heavy, I'm telling you. Believe me. Here's the little flashlight. Oh, it's already on. Okay, there we go. Little flashlight, just so that if you're outside trying to work, it can, you know, help you see what you're doing. All right, we've got USB. So here's where you can charge things. Okay, that turns on the USB charging, I guess. So it looks like, okay, here's what I was looking for. The starter cables. There are actually jumper cables on this, so that if I were to have battery problems and not be able to get the van started, I can just jump it myself with this. I just have to keep this thing charged up at all times. Whenever I am around shore power, you know, charge it up. So I have to really look into this and see how to use everything. And then I'll, you know, probably do another video and explain to you guys what I learned about using it. Here's for when you use it as an air compressor. And this must be the hose for that. Yep. Like right now, here's the hose. Right now, I actually have a tire that's low. So this is something that would come in handy if I were, you know, not around, you know, any gas stations or anything, and, you know, would need to put some air in, if it would need some air right away. I'm not sure. I don't know if it just might even be the sensor. The tire might not even be low, but the sensor's showing that one of the tires is a little low. So I'm going to check that. I actually bought a new gauge too. Hold on a second. Let me see if I have that on. I think I have it in here. Let me look. Okay. This is a 12 volt. It says, looking at the directions a little bit with one hand here. 12 volt DC charging adapter, and then an adapter nozzle. So here's the adapter nozzle they're talking about. And this is a 12 volt DC adapter. So I'm really not sure how to use everything yet until I look into it. But I didn't find the gauge for the tires. Let me hold on one second. I'll look one more place. Okay, so this is the package it came in. It fell out in the bag. But this is the tire gauge. It's a pretty heavy duty one. It's nice. It's easy to hold, easy to handle because it's nice and big. Not likely to get lost. The thing is, those little dinky ones are a pain. But see, the thing is with this, it goes up to 150 psi. I thought I'd be able to pull that out, but I can't. But I'll definitely be able to check the tires with this. Now, he had said to me when I pulled away from the lot when I got the van that that the one tire was a little low, that the sensor was showing that. And he said, well, we filled them according to what they said, and it said that the front ones were supposed to have 50 psi and the back one's 80 psi. And I thought, wow, that sounds like an awful lot. There's the Planet Fitness over there. The Hayakals we bought when we were traveling and getting the van. So, anyhow, this is what I have today to unbox. I also have some little lights. Let me grab those too. But yeah, I wanted to get a couple things opened up. And tonight, I don't know. I just got a bug to go take a drive, look around a little bit for, you know, parking areas and internet. And the internet thing is bad. No wonder I hear people complain about that all the time. And you know what? They have it in Planet Fitness, I think. If you drive past the door, it comes up that there's full bars. But then as soon as you go to park in the parking lot, it goes down to 1. So it's not great. So I don't know if it might be Dunham's, but I think it's Planet Fitness. There's the Dunham's right next door. Seems like when I go right past the Planet Fitness doors, I have plenty of internet. So I don't know. I'm not sure. But I tried parking in the lot, you know, way over on the other side, kind of inconspicuously. You see where I'm at now, right in the middle of all the cars, because it just wasn't working. I couldn't get any internet over there. I bought something else, this steering wheel cover, and I can't get it on. So I don't know if it's, trying to bring it back a little bit. I don't know if it is too small for the steering wheel or if I just need some help stretching this thing on. But I'm going to try to get that put on. I saw it in the store and I had to have it. It matches some other things that I have for the van, so I just fell in love. So I thought, oh, I got to get that. But when I tried to put it on, it seems like it's way too small. And I remember my Chevy truck I had years ago. I had put a steering wheel cover on. It's much more comfortable for me if the steering wheel is covered, and it makes it fatter to grip. And that's easier for my hands. So, I mean, it just looks like a regular size wheel to me. Maybe it is a little bigger. This is a big vehicle. Just a funny story. I pulled up in front of my daughter's the day before yesterday, and I said to Tony, whose little vehicle is that? She said, that's Josh's. I'm like, honey, that's not Josh's van. Yes, it is, but Mommy drives it. I said, no, that can't be. That's real tiny. Anyway, they have this van, and I've seen it a million times. I mean, it was the right color and everything, but I wasn't buying it that was their van. It looked so tiny. I had to laugh. I said, that's the first time I've pulled up next to it in this a big van of mine. I mean, I don't even realize how big this is until I see it. It's kind of like furniture shopping, and you buy something in a warehouse or in a giant furniture store that's like a warehouse, and then you get it home. I mean, it seemed normal size at the store, and when you get it home, it's gigantic. My daughter did that once, and I had this apartment with a little tiny living room, and the furniture barely squeezed in, and you had to just walk around the furniture to get through. It was kind of funny, but I mean, it was nice furniture. It was very nice, but just an example of how it's hard to judge sometimes when you're buying something, the size of it, until you actually see it around other things, and that's what happened. And with this van, I mean, I know it's big. I'll show you. I'm sitting in the kids' seat in the back right now. This was one of the things that made me buy this van, was this seat, so that the kids could have, I would be able to transport them whenever I want, and they have their car seats in here. It's not legal for them to have a car seat in the front, or for me to have a car seat in the front and have kids in that. So for me to ride my grandkids around, I had to have this back seat. And you can't really tell through I call it the cage, whatever you want to call it, the divider here, how big the back is. But it's a pretty big space back there. I have plenty of room, even with this seat in. So, I mean, I don't know. Who knows what the future will hold as far as this back seat goes. But for right now, I plan on definitely keeping it in. For me to be able to use the barn doors, though, this divider is going to have to go. So I like it in some ways. I kind of like that my living space is separated so that I can have passengers without people being in my personal space. I like that. But as far as me using the barn doors, it's just not going to work. I mean, I can only use the one that accesses this seat. The other one, this divider kind of comes to the middle of the other door. So I can't really, I don't have access to the far back there. The kids can squeeze through, but I can't. I'm going to try turning it around. The lights keep going out, so I have to keep restarting the vehicle to get the light to come back on. But anyway, this is the barn door, and you can see this divider comes right, it just cuts that in half. So there's only a tiny space there where the kids can fit through to get into the back, but I could never, any regular adult would not be able to fit through there. That's what kept my van from being stolen that night. Because they actually got into the far back, is how it looked to me, because of the way the door was. It looked like they got it open, got in, but they couldn't get into the front. They couldn't reach anything that was in the vehicle, and they couldn't take, steal the vehicle itself because they couldn't get into the front part because of this cage. So in a way, I really like the divider. There's a couple reasons why I like it. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. See, I stacked their car seats up out of the way so I could use this seat right now for the filming. I'm going to pause it for a minute and open one more thing. Okay. Now this should be little solar lights. This was from Walmart.com too. Trying to do with the scissors and hold this camera. I am bad at this. Hopefully I'll get that. Okay, bring it down here. What do we have? Okay. Inflatable solar light. Camping, adventure, recreation. Dual straps. Okay, there should be 4 of these, so let's see what... Inflatable solar light. I didn't know, I've never used these before. I've seen people with them, but I've never used them, and I didn't know how much light they actually give. So I didn't know if I would need 1, 2, I didn't know how many of them I'd need. And then 2 of them are different. This one says lantern, flashlight, emergency. This one, there should be 2 of these that can be used as a flashlight. So I don't know exactly how they work. I'm going to play with them, and then I'll do another video showing you guys just like the charging station. I'll show you what I found out about them and how I was able to use them. But these are just my first few toys. My charging station, my tire gauge, and all my new Lucy lights. 2 flashlight ones and 2 regular. So I'm going to charge everything up and then do another video and let you know how it went. So I'm going to try with one hand to cut these open. I might have to. Alright, I have to get awfully close. That's not working. I don't want to cut it. It's plastic. Let me set this down. Look at this. This one's already charged up a little bit. I don't know if you can tell. It's lit, brighter, and then flashing. Cool. Right? Brighter, and flashing. And that's not the one that's supposed to be for emergency with flashlight and SOS. That's the regular one. So this one here is supposed to be the emergency. But this one isn't charged up at all. I can't try it at all. It won't come on. So that'll have to be charged before I can see how it works. So I'll do another video probably tomorrow. Tomorrow, the next day. Yeah, SOS mode, safety flasher, lantern, flashlight, and emergency. That's the little one. So we'll do another video, and we'll have them all charged up, and we'll see what the difference is. That's it, guys, for tonight. Thank you for being a part of my life, and we'll see you soon. Don't forget, like, subscribe, share, all those good things. Talk to you soon.